This video is to show you how to make a one-year ed plan for the goal of a local associate's degree. So we start with filling in the top of the form and deciding on the units. So I filled in the top of the form for Joe Mounty. Oh, see, I always have little corrections to make. So he's going to get an AA degree or an AS degree. So I will mark that, done. His major is addictions counseling. He's not planning to transfer, so he's going to use the Mount SAC GE pattern. Did he take AP in high school? No. Is this his first semester? Yes. He's not working. These are the number of units he wants to take. All right. So we've done step 1 and 2. Fill out the top of the form. Decide on the units. All right. So now cross off requirements you've completed and find common classes. Look at your major list and GE list. Are there any classes that appear on both? If yes, consider choosing those classes. So let's take a look at what Joe Mounty has taken so far. So we've got 4 classes he's enrolled in. So I like to start by looking at the major. So here we have Addictions Counseling AS. You can tell it's a local degree because there's no T there. Now it shows he needs 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15A. An ethics class, and then required electives. So these required electives, to me, these look a lot like general ed courses. So I have a feeling that he could take some of these and meet his general ed, but he only needs 2 of these courses. All right, now let's look at his GE. By the way, I don't see anything he's taken so far that meets a requirement for his major. So now you can see I'm looking at general ed requirements for the AS degree, for the associate's degree. And I'm going to look here. So we have A1, English 1A. All right, so we do have now a GE course that he's done. So we're going to do GE A1 because that's where that section is. All right, he still needs a speech. That's a potential class to take. He still needs 1 science course. That's a potential class to take. All right, arts, I see he's got arts. Music 15 he has. So let's put in GE, and the area is C1. So if I had this on paper, I would mark that off as in progress because he's taking it for fall. All right, then I see, oh, I wrote it in the wrong one. So you got to be careful. It's easy to make a mistake. All right, so let's change this one. All right, now we've got humanities, and actually I see humanities has foreign language, it has history, it has literature, philosophy, some humanities courses, and I see History 7 is there, which he's taking. Oh, or it could be counted here. History 7 could be under this category. So I'm actually going to count it under D1. So History, GE, D1. Okay, let's keep going. So he still needs another psych or soc or history type course. And he still needs a lifelong, oh no, actually he's taking counseling 5, right? So counseling 5, oh, I see AD3. I wonder if that's required for his major. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is. But he's already in counseling 5, so he's already got this GE covered. It's okay that he has another in this area. That's fine. All right, GEE. Okay, so now we've done that. We've looked to see where there could be overlap, and we looked to see what he's already done. Okay, now it says plan math and English. On your ed plan, write down your English 1A class and your college math class during your first year. Put at least 1 in your first semester, or you can write down any lower math or English. Now, obviously, if you've already taken math and English, you're done, right? But if you haven't, we want to get that in there. So we already have English. let's look at the math requirement for an associate's degree. So it shows you need intermediate algebra. So he has a choice. He could do intermediate algebra, or he could take a higher level class like statistics. Either one are open entry now. Once you've taken the AQ, you can just enroll. He feels like doing Math 71, so he's going to put it in the spring. So that's 5 units, and we know he met the prereq because that's an open entry class. And we're going to call this a graduation requirement. Because it doesn't have a number to it, we'll call it graduation requirement number 5. Right here. Okay. So we've got math and English planned. Let's see what is next on the list. All right, plan major courses. So let's plan 1 or 2 major classes for each term. Let's go to winter and let's look at these major classes. So probably taking AD1 as soon as possible would be good to give him an intro to make sure he likes that major. Type of course, we're just going to write major course. And if I click on it, I can see if there's any prereqs. No prereqs. So are the prereqs met? Yes. All right, then in the spring, let's do AD2. And that is 3 units. And we looked here, no prereq, so prereq is met. And that's a major class. We can do AD3. Let's see if there's a prereq there. Nope. AD3. That's 3 units. We know we meet the prereq. Now this one is on the general ed pattern, but because I already wrote GE area E, we don't need to write GE again because that requirement's already met. So I'm just going to write major. So now I can see there's 11 units. So a 1 unit class would be really nice. And I know because Joe is getting an AS degree that he's going to need a kinesiology class. So you can see number 3, physical well-being, needs at least 1 PE class with one of these headings. So I'm going to sign him up for Kin F10A, which is a weightlifting class. You can take just a half unit course, but he's going to take 1 unit so he can be full-time. I happen to know there's no prereq, but I'll show you how I know that in a minute. And then this one would be graduation requirement number 3. All right, so let's add up the units. We've got 13 for fall, we've got 3 for winter, and we've got 12 for spring. Let's make sure that matches what we said our goal was. Yep, 12 to 14 and 3. All right, so now let's just double check this prereq so you can see how to check them. So you just go to the catalog and you click on courses A through Z. And we can click on kinesiology. Whoops, did that too fast. So I want kinesiology fitness. Any of these that have the Kin F, Kin X, Kin A, anything listed here, any of these prefixes will work. So here's Kin F10A. Look, no prereq. So we're good. So now let's recheck it. Ugh, keeps disappearing on me. Why? Why does it keep disappearing? Okay. So we're on the last step. Check your work. Make sure you included all necessary information, labeling each course, major, GE, elective, the correct number of units, and if you meet the prereqs. So I can see we filled out all the parts. We did this. We did this. Okay, we're done. This is ready to submit.